What's up, guys? So we're gonna go ahead and test out the Win 4 with 3 different games today. As you guys can see, Jump Force will be one of them, so if you were looking for Jump Force gameplay, you're gonna get it. I'm very excited for this video and to kind of show you guys the reality of using this device. I think a lot of people are very speculative over it because of issues that are well known, so let's go ahead and address them with this cool little gameplay video. So as you can see, we have the device right here, and I actually do have something to show you guys that I got that I highly recommend for this device. Not just this case, but the case that I have on it, which is like a clear plastic kind of case. I really recommend it. It's like TPU. It kind of like snap fits. It's really good, so go ahead and pick one up. They're pretty cheap off AliExpress, so that's where I got mine. But let's get into some testing. So as you guys can see, we're starting at about 95% battery. I'm going to be using a eGPU that I'm going to show you right here. It is called the Neo Graphics Starship. It's a really nice eGPU. I don't, recommend you guys go buy it yet because there is some options and some things about this eGPU that I don't like myself. I'm going to be making a video on it on my own, but I'm going to be using it midway for 2 of the games, not because the device needs it, but because I kind of just like having it and to show you the reality of how I use it and the gameplay. Now, granted, I'm going to tell you right now, all of these games can play without the eGPU. Just makes the experience a little bit better. So, as you can see here on Forza, we're running medium settings and we're doing all of these video settings. So, go ahead and look through it and pause the video if you want to see them. And this is without the eGPU. So, let's go ahead and watch this. I know you guys are probably not wanting to hear my voice right now and probably wanting to watch the gameplay, but I just wanted to put my 2 cents in, and then I noticed this is a very smooth playing game, and I myself am not noticing much input lag like people were describing, like it was the worst thing in the world. And I've definitely played with some pretty laggy devices. This is not the worst of it, and in all honesty, I really can't even notice it. So this is a very enjoyable experience. We're going to put it up a little bit with this car now. We know this is Koenigsegg Jesko, so very fun car to go ahead and drive on this device. And let's go ahead and test the inputs just to kind of show you guys. Everything seems really responsive. I was seeing some subreddit threads where it was making it sound like this was the worst problem in the world and the reason why so many people can't buy it, and I'm not noticing any like sort of input lag. If you do see a little bit on the kind of like revelations, that's just how the game works when it's trying to rev up the car. But as someone who plays this game frequently, I can tell you the input lag is pretty much not noticeable. Okay, we went ahead and crashed there. But the input lag is not noticeable in my opinion. Again, this is my opinion, so please take it with a grain of salt. It's not a big deal for me. This is coming from someone though who usually does play on a 3060 on a PC, so go ahead, sue me if you guys think I'm wrong. And the HX370, I'm going to say here, is doing a great job of keeping this device cool. I never actually notice a fan speed when I'm playing this game at all, and this is a AAA title. I just have a lot of fun. It's a very smooth and well-playing game. I have it V-synced to 60 frames per second, which you can see in the top right, or maybe not see, but it's just running constantly on that 50 or 60 frames per second, so there's no worries about it. I'm going to go ahead and use the Neo Graphics Starship with the USB 4 port. You are leaving some performance on the table by not using the Oculink and or using an external external monitor. So do note that if you guys are going to use these devices, the best way is to use it as a dock rather than the way I'm using it. The only reason I'm using it the way I am is because that's how I want to use it. I don't want to externally display this device. I have a computer already. I just kind of want to plug it in, and while it's charging, play at a higher refresh rate. So let's go ahead and load up Forza again. And as you guys can see, this is very important. This did actually take a fix from Droix that I had to follow. So if you guys want a tutorial for that, but it's that kind of like bottom right corner thing, that pop-up, it shows you that it's enabled. And if we go into the settings here for adrenaline, you guys can see that it will be right here. So this is very important to go ahead and check, make sure that it is running and it is recognizing on your Win 4s. There is a common issue with the HX370 model, so keep that in mind. So it's about right here where I realize I'm running the same settings, and I kind of want to beef it up a little bit to show you guys the performance aspect of the graphics card. Again, this is not the external graphics card video I'm going to make, but I just kind of want to show you guys some of the performance boost with it, even though this is not the optimal way, again, I know, to run this device. So now that Forza is all loaded up, we're going to go ahead and play on ultra settings, and you guys are going to notice that it might slow down here and there because it is ultra settings and we're not running this in the most optimal condition. But this just looks stunning. I cannot lie, this is beautiful gameplay, and again, I am not noticing any input lag from my end. I played this game a lot. I've clocked in a lot of hours, and I can tell you firsthand, this is beautiful, and it is no input lag from my own experience. Again, my experience, it's my opinion, sue me. It's about right here where I want to pull over just to show you guys the graphic quality of this device. Again, it is beautiful. So I'll get a closer up angle, and you guys may not be able to see it because my camera is definitely not picking up half the details that this display can show, but it is a beautiful game to play. So now, as you guys can hear, the fan noise is actually coming from the graphics card. It's not coming from the device too much, but there is some fan noise. I know that was a concern of some people, but I much rather have high fan noise than high heat, which, by the way, this device is not getting hot at all. This device is really, really good on the thermals, in my opinion, again, but it is doing a fairly good job of not getting too hot. It's definitely not getting like Nintendo Switch hot or anything like that, and I know that's a low bar to set, but yeah. This is going to be the test for Space Marine. This game is a AAA title, a newer one, won Game of the Year. You guys may know it or may not. It's about right here where I'm going to put a disclaimer. Spoiler alert, if you guys haven't played this game, skip this part. Or if you guys aren't interested in skipping this part and want to see, go ahead, but just know this is going to be a huge spoiler. I'm running right now at the normal medium settings, which this device can handle fine. Run at what, like 110 FPS or plus, more than that, I don't know. But it runs really smoothly just on the device regularly. We're going to beef up the graphics, but I just want to show you guys the display again and how beautiful this is playing this game. Again, I am not noticing any input lag. If you guys are noticing it, great. I'm not noticing it. I've played hours and hours of this game on this device, and I have zero complaints, to be quite honest. So let's go ahead and beef up these settings. Don't go up to ultra, go up to high. And now you guys can see the settings are a little beefed up, and it looks stunning. Again, this is just beautiful, and it runs really smooth. So let's go ahead and watch some gameplay here.
Your eyes grow bolder by the moment. Oui.
Crush it to dust. If it has no effect on you, why not use it? You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant? I said no. Nothing.
Press!
Don't. Can you proof of a power greater than mankind? Divinity. When we call out to our gods, they answer. When have you ever anointed your emperor? More minions. Lurking in dank holes like the filth they are. All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time. And centuries longer.
This was a very awesome game to play, and it always is an awesome game to play on this device. So let's move on to Jump Force. Jump Force is an awesome game, but I've noticed it is a tougher game to run, especially if you're running it for the first time like I am. It's going to have some stutters here and there. This is not from the screen. This is not from the device. It's just the game itself. It does this on any computer that I've tried it on. Jump Force is a stuttery game, and you guys can tell from here on the special finish, you're going to see stutters here and there. On the last special finish, which will be at the last clip of the video, you guys are going to see the stutter is almost gone or in comparison to. But this is a difficult game to run, so don't knock the device. It's totally the game's fault. So here it comes, guys. Make sure you guys watch and see how much smoother it runs a second time. So just to show you guys I know what I'm talking about and I'm not some idiot, the stutter is almost gone in comparison to last time. All in all, guys, I've had a very pleasant time with this device so far. I've had zero complaints, other than I would say maybe the battery. The battery is running long. I can get around 2 hours of Forza if I do set the settings correctly. On average, I'll probably get an hour 30, hour 40, which is a AAA title. So the guy in my comments, you were wrong. But all in all, this game is very this device, sorry. This device is really fun. This device is a really good pickup, and if you guys were really looking at this video to decide whether you should pick it up or not, I don't not recommend it. And make sure you listen to that. I don't not recommend it because it is a very fun device. It is very good, and it's much smaller than most handhelds. So if you guys are against those big bulky handhelds, this might just be the one for you, and it definitely plays these games in a very awesome fashion. Gonna go ahead and do my final outro here. As you guys know, all of these videos are sponsored by me and me alone, so I would really appreciate the help of you guys just subscribing or liking the video or sharing the video or even leaving a comment. If you guys disagree with me, go ahead and disagree with me in the comments. Anything helps, and I appreciate everyone's opinion and everybody who is able to watch this video. Thank you guys so much for the support, and if you guys would like to check out my links, all my links are going to be in the description of this video or on my profile. So, see you guys.